And okay, this final clip basically, once again, talking about the intentions of this administration to use the full power of the government and a little bit more fear-mongering.
To meet the challenges of the 21st century, from terrorism to nuclear proliferation, from pandemic disease to cyber threats to crushing poverty, we will strengthen old alliances, forge new ones, and use all elements of our national power.
So there you have it. With all of the crises that are facing us, the solution to them all is the government. So that's really all I have from Barack Obama's speech, and I'm curious what you guys think. However, to be fair, I have a few clips from the statement given by Bobby Jindal, who is Republican governor of Louisiana, in response. It's basically every time we have a major speech like this, the opposition party gets to provide a response, and I took a couple clips from his response. Here they are. Here's the first.
Today in Washington, some are promising that government will rescue us from the economic storms raging all around us. Those of us who lived through Hurricane Katrina, we have our doubts. Let me tell you a story. During Katrina, I visited Sheriff Harry Lee, a Democrat and a good friend of mine. When I walked into his makeshift office, I had never seen him so angry. He was literally yelling into the phone. Well, I'm the sheriff, and if you don't like it, you can come and arrest me. I asked him, Sheriff, what's got you so mad? He told me that he put out a call for volunteers to come with their boats to rescue people who were trapped on their rooftops by the floodwaters. The boats were all lined up and ready to go. And then some bureaucrats showed up and told them they couldn't go out in the water unless they had proof of insurance and registration. And I told him, Sheriff, that's ridiculous. Before I knew it, he was yelling on the phone. Congressman Jindal is here, and he says you can come and arrest him too. Harry just told those voters, ignore the bureaucrats and go start rescuing people. There's a lesson in this experience. The strength of America is not found in our government. It is found in the compassionate hearts and spirit of our citizens.
So this is a competing view by Governor Jindal about the strength of our nation. Does it lie in the government or in its citizens? And here's clip 2, in which Governor Jindal will talk about the stimulus bill that has just passed Congress.
Instead of trusting us to make decisions with our own money, they passed the largest government spending bill in history, with a price tag of more than $1 trillion with interest. While some of the projects in the bill make sense, their legislation is larded with wasteful spending. It includes $300 million to buy new cars for the government, $8 billion for high-speed rail projects such as a magnetic levitation line from Las Vegas to Disneyland, and $140 million for something called volcano monitoring. Instead of monitoring volcanoes, what Congress should be monitoring is the eruption of spending in Washington, D.C. Democratic leaders say their legislation will grow the economy. What it will do is grow the government, increase our taxes down the line, and saddle future generations with debt. Who amongst us would ask our children for a loan so we can spend money we do not have on things we do not need? That is precisely what the Democrats in Congress just did. It's irresponsible, and it's no way to strengthen our economy, create jobs, or build a prosperous future for our children.
All right, now in this third clip, Governor Jindal talks about corruption in Washington, particularly with regard to this bill.
We need to bring transparency to Washington, D.C., so we can rid our capital of corruption and ensure that we never see the passage of another $1 trillion spending bill that Congress hasn't even read and the American people haven't even seen.
That is a little bit of concern, I think, because, you know, if we have a bill being passed with $1 trillion worth of spending and the congressmen aren't reading or haven't had the opportunity to really read what's in it, and obviously the American people are unaware of what fully is in the bill, that's a little corrupt in my view. Alright, here's the next clip, basically talking about where we should place our hope.
Republicans want to work with President Obama. We appreciate his message of hope. But sometimes it seems like we look for hope in different places. Democratic leaders in Washington, they place their hope in the federal government. We place our hope in you, the American people. In the end, it comes down to an honest and fundamental disagreement about the proper role of government. We oppose the national Democratic view that says the way to strengthen our country is to increase dependence on government. We believe the way to strengthen our country is to restrain spending in Washington, to empower individuals and small businesses to grow our economy and create jobs.
Alright, and here is one final clip from Governor Bobby Jindal.
You know, a few weeks ago, the president warned that our country is facing a crisis that he said, in quotes, we may not be able to reverse. You know, our troubles are real, to be sure. But don't let anyone tell you that we cannot recover. Don't let anyone tell you that America's best days are behind her.
So there you have it. I would encourage you all, please don't put your faith in government, because government is not the answer. You know, our faith should be in something higher than government, something better than government, and that's God. We need to place our faith in God, trust in God. Don't let the government become your God. That's my encouragement to you. Now, I'm going to continue when big events like this happen, giving political commentary about them, but certainly that's not the main focus of my channel. Although if you like politics, please subscribe, and I will try to keep you up to date on what's going on around us, because that's important for us. We need to be aware of what's happening in our world, and that's the only way we can really, deal with the problems thoroughly, is to understand the problems, and then we can offer solutions to those problems. So with that, I'm going to close this out because it's really late and I'm tired. I'm going to go to bed. So this series of videos is going out without much editing. Talk to you guys later. Have a good one.